5 seconds.
4, 3, 2,
Jump rope.
away.
Welcome back to my channel.
For what?
Gonna do another episode of video game Roastrespective.
Here is something that might be of interest to you.
I play retro video games that are based on movies and television shows from the past.
You can't possibly want to stay here for another 5 years.
I react to games live every Thursday at 10:30 on Twitch. If you haven't checked out any of my other YouTube videos before, please do so. I'll post some links in the comments.
There is no shame.
Follow me on all my social media stuff right there.
That's what I want.
Like and subscribe to the channel, and if you have any suggestions of games you'd like to see me play on a future episode, you can post those in the comments as well.
I don't make the orders. I take them just like you.
I'm in the middle of playing a bunch of sequel games. Another one of our favorite action heroes on the channel.
I do not know who you are yet.
I played the first game before, and I feel like this one, I'll talk about it when I get into it.
I didn't know it was supposed to happen like this.
The Rambo First Blood Part 2 video game.
Nobody knows that terrain better than you do.
I played Rambo on the NES.
The fourth formation, pull out!
Based on the character of Rambo. It's not really based on Rambo 1, which isn't even called Rambo, it's just called First Blood.
Colorful names.
This one also just has Rambo in the thing, but the package right down there
We didn't see anything.
says Rambo First Blood Part 2. This one is much more action oriented. There's tons of action in the first one, but it's also like more of a story about a soldier with PTSD and coping with that through violence and doing the only thing that he knows.
That's Rambo.
Part 2, 1985, is when you think of the idea of Rambo, it's from this one. Big ripped muscles shooting a giant M60 at people. Starring Sylvester Stallone, once again, as John Rambo.
Good.
And Richard Crenna as Colonel Troutman.
He's dead now.
It has Martin Kove in it from Karate Kid.
It'll kill him. He'll be torn apart.
After the events of First Blood, destroying the whole town and killing most of their police force,
That's all.
he finds himself in prison, getting all ripped and having fun.
I've seen worse.
Got off pretty easy, I would think. Ex-military guy that murdered tons of police officers just for not letting him eat lunch there.
These people are so vulgar in their methods.
The colonel comes to see him about rescuing some POWs that they believe may still be in Vietnam.
Why now? Why me?
So he can get out of prison. He's got to come do another job for the U.S. government. They don't want him to rescue him. I don't remember what exactly the reason is, but I know that's the case. And then he decides to go against the orders and rescue them anyway.
He'll be torn apart.
This is very arcade style, just how far can you get? And so far, not very far.
And what is it you want?
Go back out there and be this, like, killing machine.
What did you say?
For a good cause. Oh, man. They just swarm you, man. This is like a thumb-breaking game. I feel like this would be a lot more fun with a friend.
You know there's more men out there.
Oh, what the hell?
Christ, he's found one.
I blew that thing up. I saved somebody, it looked like.
They've got one of ours.
The screenplay for this was co-written by Stallone and James Cameron. James Cameron never really made a movie with Stallone as the star as a director, I don't think. But then did so many movies with Schwarzenegger.
I die for it.
Back in this era, Schwarzenegger and Stallone were such huge rivals, like where they're in actual scenes in movies, kind of like making fun of the other person's movies.
Do we get to win this time?
The director of this movie, George Cosmanos, he directed like horror films, and then he only directed a handful of movies.
Goddamn mercenaries.
Tombstone, this one, and he also directed Cobra, starring Sylvester Stallone.
Don't be a hero.
But I didn't know that he directed a really great cult horror movie called of Unknown Origin. I don't know if people remember that one, but it stars Peter Weller, who later played RoboCop.
He spilled his guts and gave everything he had.
There's like a weird like rat monster thing in the basement of the house that like drives him fucking nuts, and then he like destroys his house.
You interested?
I was probably like 9 years old. Rambo 2 was, I don't know that critics really liked it, but it was a huge movie. It's been parodied in so many other movies. It's just part of our world. You see someone holding a big gun and you're like, damn, Rambo.
I can't keep running, John.
In First Blood, like the big thing is like at the end he has the big long depressing scene, all his friends dying in Vietnam, and like people were calling him baby killer, and it's a really good performance from Stallone.
The war, everything that happened here may be wrong, but damn it, don't hate your country for it.
The second one's a little like from Stallone. Oh, this is the farthest I've gotten. I never got to that wall before.
You made it, Rambo!
Ah, you got me. Oh, come on. He spawned me right on top of him. That was bullshit.
I'm telling you to abort.
I had a lot of fun with that one. I don't know if it's a true sequel. I feel like the first Rambo game that I played on Nintendo was also kind of based on First Blood Part 2, but it didn't say that. Just a classic arcade shooter, a regular gun and an explosive gun, and you just go as far as you can. Quality game for that kind of thing. I would play that.